Hi you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna do something a little different, and I'm gonna go over my top 5 favorite foundations at the moment. As a makeup artist, I carry a lot of foundations in my kit, a lot of different shades, because I never know, especially when I have major parties, I never know who I'm gonna be working with. However, there's 5 foundations that I'm totally obsessed with, and I'm gonna share them with you today, with their pros and their cons. The first foundation that I absolutely love and I carry in my kit in many different shades is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This foundation is so luminous, just like the name says, and it goes on so silky and smooth. It has a satin finish and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. It's totally buildable, but it can also look very glowy on the skin depending on how you apply it. So you can definitely build this up to have fuller coverage, but if you also want to have more of a light coverage, you can also get that as well. This foundation doesn't oxidize, and that's a major plus for me. For some of you who aren't familiar with the term oxidizing, it's pretty much when a foundation goes on your skin and it looks like it's your skin color, but after a while you see it getting darker. The process that occurs is pretty much the foundation going on your skin, reacting with the natural oils that we have in our skin and the humidity of the air, and it just starts turning into a darker tone. There aren't any specific ingredients that necessarily contribute to a foundation oxidizing, but it pretty much just reacts with your skin, and at times it just turns into a darker color. And some foundations do that, some foundations don't. So this is one that doesn't, and I love that. This foundation also comes in a variety of colors, and they have a pretty wide range of colors, which I love because especially as a makeup artist, you want to make sure that your kit is inclusive. And even if you're just a consumer of the product, you want to know that your shade is out there, or at least something closest to your shade is included in a makeup line. This product comes in a 1-ounce bottle, and it's $69, which is a bit pricey for the amount you get. However, it is a luxury item and it's really amazing, so I definitely recommend it. The next foundation in my top 5, and this is by no means in any order, it's just my top favorites, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This foundation is probably the first one that I had in my kit when I started doing makeup, because I realized a lot of the makeup artists that I looked up to were using this in their kit, and I absolutely love it. This is perfect for red carpet, this is perfect for television, for photo shoots. You do have to be a little bit careful with this product because it can give flashback, and that's a lot of the times what I hear from people. But if you blend this right and you don't use any powders on top that give flashback, then you're gonna be totally fine. It's definitely a full coverage foundation, so if you wanted to go a little bit lighter, I would recommend mixing some type of an oil with it or a little bit of moisturizer and then applying it to your skin. A lot of people who have normal to drier skin complain about this foundation being drying on their skin or cracking. However, if you do mix a little bit of oil in there, like a face oil or serum or a little bit of moisturizer, it definitely helps the consistency by diluting it. So then the application becomes beautiful and it definitely won't crack. Now, if you have oilier skin, you have nothing to worry about because this foundation will not move. So once you have it on, it's gonna last you all day. Aside from the shade range being amazing with this foundation, it's only $49, which is comparably way cheaper than other luxury brands. Now, although I love this foundation, the one major drawback that it has for me is that it oxidizes. That can also be a problem for someone who's going to the store to purchase the product, because in store you can apply the product and it looks like it's your skin color, but when you bring it home, which is something that I hear from most of my clients with this particular foundation, that the foundation looks different when they come home. That can also happen from the lighting in the store. However, with this particular foundation, it definitely does oxidize, so take note of that if you're gonna purchase this. The third foundation that I really love, and I recently actually added a bunch of different colors to my kit, is the Forever Dior foundation. This foundation comes in 2 different categories. One is a glossier bottle, which is meant for drier skin, and this one, the matte one, is meant for oilier skin. So I have a variety of both in my kit because I never know who my clients are gonna be. However, this foundation can be a little bit tricky, although I do love it. It is a 1-ounce bottle and it costs $54, which is okay. It's not too expensive and it's not on the cheap end either. However, the shade of colors that it offers are a little bit off, even if you're a professional. If I were just to look at the shades, I probably wouldn't include it in my kit. However, using it and seeing the texture and how it feels and looks on the skin, I totally fell in love with it. The lasting power is also amazing, and the way that it comes out in photos is beautiful. Overall, it really goes on velvety. It's really smooth, and you just have to play around with the colors a little bit. So if you're gonna go to the store to get this, make sure that you're really testing out different shades to see what your shade is, because some of the lighter tones I feel like can look more gray, some of them look more yellow and pale. So you definitely want to pick a shade that complements your skin, and the best way to test it is to put it on your jawline and make sure that it matches your neck. The next foundation that I'm absolutely obsessed with, I don't even know, but this might kind of be my favorite one, is Il Makiage. And I know you've probably seen Instagram posts about this. This is definitely not a sponsored post, but it kept popping up on my Instagram, and I figured, you know what, let me just take the test. And it was like a 15-minute test, I want to say, but at the end of the day, I was like, let me just try and see if what people are saying is true about this product. So I got sucked into it like we do with a lot of different things, but this one proved to be amazing. I mean, I literally loved it so much, I added a bunch of shades to my kit. Let's start off by saying that it is 1 ounce and it's $45. The foundation itself is so beautiful. I feel like it kind of reminds me of Estee Lauder mixed with another glowy foundation. I can't pinpoint what foundation that is, but it really just has the staying power of Estee Lauder. It has the glowy dewiness of Dior Backstage foundation, and it just stays on your skin all day long. I have oilier skin, so I feel like when you take the test, it does put you in separate categories of what skin type you have, and that's how they pick your foundation and your shade. But first it was kind of annoying because taking the test, I was like, okay, how many questions are you gonna ask me? But when the foundation came, it was exactly my skin tone. The foundation is called Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation, and it really feels like that. I feel like I want to call this a miracle in a bottle because that's what it feels like to me when I apply it. So I definitely recommend this for yourself. Take the test, although it does take some time, take the test, and I promise you, you will love it, because I know it takes a little bit of time to take it. However, it calculates the perfect formula and foundation for your skin tone. So I definitely recommend this one. Last but definitely not least, my 5th favorite foundation has to be the Dior Backstage foundation. A while back, one of my clients actually brought this in with her, and she was like, can you put this on my face? And I said, yeah, sure, let's try it on. I've never tried it before, but let's see how it works with the makeup. I mean, I put it on her face, and as I was applying it, I was like, where has this been my whole life? I mean, it is so beautiful. The way it just glides on, it's like a second skin. That's the best way I could put it. And I've been obsessed with this ever since. I got like 10 shades for my kit, and I'm going through my 4th bottle for myself because it just looks so beautiful and glowy, and your skin kind of comes through. Although it's buildable, your skin still kind of comes through underneath it and just gives the most beautiful glow ever. This is actually bigger in size, which is 1.6 ounces compared to the other foundations that I showed earlier, but the bottle looks kind of smaller, which is weird. The variety of colors is amazing, and although it is a luxury item, it is definitely on the cheaper end of all the foundations that we talked about. This is one of those foundations that you can wear every single day because it's super light and airy, and it doesn't give you that heavy feeling. With oilier skin, you might have a little bit of a problem because this works best for drier skin. However, if you want that long-lasting power, then I would mix in a little bit of something that is more for oily skin. So something like Estee Lauder or the Il Makiage foundation, just a tiny bit to kind of make the formula last longer than it would if you would just apply this by itself. I have a lot of different foundations that I go through and I test out, but the ones that I actually include in my kit are the ones that are my favorite ones. Although I love all these foundations, the deciding factor for me as to which foundation I reach for depends on whether I'm doing a red carpet event, what client I'm working with, if what I'm doing is on television, or what the particular preference of my client is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I would love to know your feedback on what you thought of this video, and if you guys want me to make more videos with my favorite products. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.